Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to 700 Miller Avenue for another one of these fun, exciting Tamalpais men's water polo matches. At the moment, what you're seeing on the screen are our seniors getting welcomed. Miles Cherry getting his flowers up front with Beth and Neil. We've had Max Pollock receive his flowers with Ira and Kendra. Jackson Addinger received his flowers with Florence and Tim. Lucien Rose coming in with flowers with his mom, Marone, his father, Jerome. Alex is watching back east. Hey, Alex. Coming up next, Connor Stauffer. Standing tall, looking proud. Michelle and Brad, full of smiles on this senior day. It's a super fun moment. Coming up next, Elliot Gelbach. Hope and Doug coming up. Solid family, been around the pool deck for so many years. Elliot's older brother at Cal Poly. Getting their pictures by the head photographer, Tim Peters. Coming up, the anchor, the big guy, Nikita Valahev, with Roman, his little brother Maxine, and mom Nadia. Such a fun moment for all these guys. Finishing at home, having friends, family around. And it's a beautiful day here in Mill Valley. We don't want to be anywhere else. And please, I think I have left out Willem Palmer. Nicole and Mark came in and got the flowers. Huge smiles. You got a great picture of those senior boys calling Bob over. Don't miss Bob, but we're going to miss Bob. What an awesome crowd and an awesome crew. Seniors got to get their caps back on, tie them tight. We need Connor Stauffer to tie his cap tight. So yes, in moments we're going to get started for the final game. Here we go. The men's Tamalpais water polo team of 2021. And I've mentioned them all. I'm going to mention them again. Miles Cherry, Connor Stauffer, Elliot Gelbach, Lucien Rose, Kyle Prager, Willem Palmer, Max Pollock, Jackson Addinger, and Nikita Valahev. And Kyle Prager was here, his parents, Alan and Lisa. Also, this will be Bob Costell's last game on the pool deck after 20 seasons coaching Tamalpais men's water polo at 700 Miller Avenue. He's not going to be experiencing any more trips to Rockland. I'm sure that's not going to be something he misses, but he'll miss the guys. But the rooms at the hotels he's chosen there, not quite so exciting. No more trips to Hungary. That's been a great tradition that he's upheld for every other year, with the exception of last year, for all the reasons we know. No more trips through the tunnel to the East Bay. No more chomping on his Hubba Bubba, keeping its tight jawline. For me, it's been awesome to watch the season from my place on the deck. Thanks, Bob, for that, and the fun, and all the other coaches. We're going to have other voices here come the second quarter, halftime, the third quarter, and fourth quarter. So right now, if you need to go do something, do it. Don't wait for halftime. You're going to want to be with us all the way through. We're warming up with captains. Max Pollock, Connor Stauffer, Willem Palmer, and then MC number 11, number 5. An old partner, soccer partner of Jackson, Ricky. Fun to see them both in the pool after seeing them play soccer at a young age. Tonight we've got Ian and Eric as the referees. As usual on the board, Mark Palmer's helping us. Doug Gelbach. And my engineer, Doug Goldstein. A great crew. And everybody's excited to watch this match. Bittersweet, because we'd love to have more games to come out and share with you and watch ourselves. A couple things to kind of think back upon during Bob's 20 years or his team parents. He will tell you all the time, and it'll be shared at the banquet on Sunday, that he thinks TAM has the best parents of anybody in MCAL. I'm not going to argue with him. Over the years, we've had Jim and Skylar Harvey, Heather and Wade Schluter, Amy and Dan Frost, Jennifer and Chris Latimer, Kyle and Jennifer Kloppler, Jim Budish, Hope and Doug Gelbach. They've been around the pool deck a long time. That's going to be a family that's missed here, 700 Miller Avenue. This year's amazing team parent that helped coordinate so many activities during such an abbreviated season and with all the nuances of playing a season during a pandemic and COVID requirements and parameters that were ever changing. Michelle Stoffer, you see her, give her a huge shout out, give her a hug, give her a smile, because this season wouldn't have happened without her herding the cats. So she'll have more water polo with her son going down to UCSD. More about that later. And also with Brad Stoffer's support. They've done an amazing job with lots of smiles by everybody when they see an email from Michelle Stoffer. Again, obviously we need to thank TAM TV for all these broadcasts, be it on the pool deck, baseball field, soccer field, basketball, volleyball. And for these to happen, we need to give a huge shout out to TAM Boosters, the TAM Foundation, for making this possible, and all the other sponsors that are part of Boosters and the foundation. So if you haven't given now, think about going online to where you can make a donation before the end of the year. Or remember early in the year next year to give them some support. It'll be greatly appreciated, and you'll get more of these broadcasts. Coaches are talking to him. You got the all-star coaches list over there for TAM. Anchor and Bob Castell. Will Quist, stand at 6'6", 230. Maybe more, maybe less, I don't know. Zach Monte giving instructions, dipping down. He's got shoes on. He's one of the few out here that's got shoes on. Will doesn't. Bobby Palmer, not wearing shoes. Great to have Bobby out here. He's going to be around the pool deck for more years. His nephew, Charlie Peters, and his son, Fields Palmer, is going to be a freshman here next year. They'll be on the pool deck for a while at Tamalpais High School, corner of Camino Alto and Miller Avenue. Playing a big-time rival today, MC. They've battled over the years, many close matches. So I don't expect anything less from either team than going out and just battling the whole 4 quarters. Quick highlight of our seniors again. Roman and Nadia, Nikita's parents. Nikita's going to UCSD. Florence Addinger, Tim Addinger, Jackson's parents. Jackson's going to UNC. Hope and Doug Gelbach, Elliot's parents. Elliot's going to San Diego State, home of the Aztecs. Nicole and Mark Palmer, Willem's parents. Willem's going to UVA. Miles Cherry, Neil and Beth's son, he's going to Tulane. Marone and Jerome Rose, he's going to Stanford. Brad and Michelle just mentioned Connor Stoffer. He's going to UCSD with Nikita, going to play down there. Kyle Prager, here's a sprint. I'll get back to the last 2. Ball's tossed in. TAM going to win a sprint. Max Pollock just smiling. He finally won a sprint. Hasn't happened too often this season. Why not have it happen on senior night? Got Max Pollock, Willem Palmer, Connor Stoffer, Jackson Addinger, Lucien Roos, and Miles Cherry in the pool. Lucien battling, taking the first shot of the game, scoring back in the net. Nice job, Lucien. Now I'm hearing instructions from the anchor, Nikita, telling him press right away where the ball is. Connor's defending over it. 4. Max and Jackson crash on number 5, Ricky. Possession becomes Tam's. Connor takes it up right side. Connor tried to skip, just barely wide right. Tam back on defense. Willem's got to get down to set. Got number 2 down here on the right. Got to swim for the ball. Gives Connor a little time to get over to his defender. Miles is hard on number 2 at 4. Driver coming down. Max staying with him. Simple foul against Tam. MC maintains possession. Offensive foul. Possession Tam. Connor Stauffer going in. Taking it, looking it down. Up here to Miles Cherry. Right in front of me, number 8. Willem Palmer's got the ball. Bingo. Back of the net for Willem Palmer. Tam's up 2. Willem's going to be happy he scored senior night. Coaches over there hanging out, talking with each other, enjoying the sun in their face at the moment. As I've mentioned before, halftime, they'll switch sides. They'll have the sun at their back. Good defense by Connor Stauffer. Max Pollock's driving up. He's 1v1, going to take a shot, put the goalie up, and puts it past the goalie. Pretty easy shot for Max on that one, but great defense led to it. It'll be kind of fun watching Max and Zach Pollock playing a game together today. Senior night. See if the siblings can up their scores on the sibling scoreboard for Tam. Driver coming in. Connor staying with the driver. Jackson puts pressure on it. Didn't quite gain possession. MC got possession. Puts it live. Jackson's back on defense. Staying strong. Great right hand up high by Nikita. They get a replay on that? Nice replay you got to watch. Oh, maybe not. You'll get the next one. Got a shot. Jackson went into the hand of the goalie. Miles Cherry got a rebound. But MC maintained possession on that. MC's got the ball over on the left at 2. Had Jackson defending, Connor's defending, crashing on MC's player, but a simple foul against Tam. MC's maintains possession. Max is coming over to the defender. Poor pass by MC. Max again driving down with the steal. A lot of white water behind these guys. Max is trying to find someone. Throws it up top to Willem Palmer. Looking around down to 5 with Jackson. A high pass. Just couldn't quite make the connection to Connor Stauffer. MC took possession. People are moving their way down towards Nikita. Nikita's barking out where the ball is. Driver's coming through. Poor pass. Jackson takes it away. Nice job, Jackson adding her. Nikita's throwing it upright in front of Lucien. Lucien's going to be 1v1. Take it, Lucien. There it is. He's going well tonight. What do you have for breakfast? Do you know what he had for breakfast? Doug doesn't know. I don't know. Maybe Jerome or Marone know. I think they'll tell us. 3:52 left in the quarter. Everybody's lining up. Got a substitution coming in. Elliot Gelbach in for Lucien. I think if you score a goal this game, you're going to get substituted for. It's just a hunch. MC possession. Max putting good pressure on him. Willem. Oops. We've got an ejection. And number 8, Miles Cherry, means MC's got man up, 6v5. Willem Palmer's got his hands up. Down and set. Connor's defending against set. Elliott's got his hand up where the ball's at 1. Jackson Addinger pressing. Ooh, Max is swimming fast tonight. He's there, wants a shot, swimming by himself. Jackson's coming down. Jackson passed his Max. Max taking a shot, putting it just past the goalie. I'm going to put that up 5-0 TAM over MC. 3:10 in the quarter. Bob standing up tall, looking sharp in his ham windbreaker. I want one of those. How do I get one of those? I better talk to Ammo, athletic director. She's awesome. A backhanded shot attempt by MC. Wide of the goal. Nikita takes possession. Coming down, Nikita right, left, center. I'll call that center. Williams looking around, taking a shot, just skips over the goal. That's a solid power behind that. Just an early skip went over the goal. I bet he tries another one while we're here today. Nikita barking out to Jackson, help in the middle. Jackson swimming down, ball's down. We've got a lot of, I've been told we're going to get some replays. Every time I see a thumbs up, I'm going to tell you to watch the replay. Oh, there we go. I get a healthy engineer today. Watch this. Okay, here we go. MC up top. Connor's got it. Replay. Nikita's got the ball. They calling a tip. Ooh, I don't agree with that call. But I don't have to agree with every call. The referees say Nikita tipped that ball. That was way over his head. No way. Anyway, Nikita got that one. And he did tip it, which will be another MC possession at the 2-meter. MC's got to swim up for the ball. No one's going to go get it for you. You got to go get it. Tam's not going to help him out. No way. MC's got possession out there. 2:15 in the quarter. Full shot clock. 30 seconds. MC player put it in play. Connor Stauffer. We got number... Which number is that? Swimming out. Elliott's in. Willem's in. Jackson's in. Connor, a little late to that. That was Miles Cherry that got a ejection on that one. Tough one for Nikita to see in the sun. Almost got his hand on it to give a deflection. We got a lot of players coming in for TAM. A lot going out. Let me see if I can get some of these numbers out here. Charlie Peters is in. Jack Spence, Kyle Prager, Jack Wynn, Elliot Gelbach, and Miles Cherry. Thank you, Doug. Kyle's looking around. Who's he passing to? Out to Charlie Peters. Charlie's got to tie his cap, otherwise hair is going to be falling all over the place. Annie Palmer, his mom, says, don't pick on Charlie. Sorry. Jack tried shooting, just got the post. TAM back on defense. Elliott's pressing his player. Kyle's got defense, not going to let the player turn him. Miles is going up top. Kyle's got his hand up, not giving any angle. Nikita stops that shot easily. He's looking down, found Miles Cherry. Okay, who do we got? Jack Spence over to Elliot Gelbach. Ooh, we got a shot. Look at Kyle Prager on the board. Kyle Prager came to the party today. Same six stay in after that goal. Maybe, yep. Elliott on defense. Miles Cherry's pushing his opponent. Takes a steal. Miles pretty fast, so he swim out of trouble and passed all these guys. Ooh, but they converged on him. Couldn't quite maintain possession. MC takes possession. Charlie Peters got to get down on defense. Get in front of number 5. Nikita's got his eyes everywhere. I see it. He's got his head on a swivel. Taking a step over to his left. He's in the center cage. Oh, that one just deflected top post in. MC scores. 33 seconds left in the quarter. Tam up 6-2. Setting up a play. Moving it around. Got a driver coming down. Coach is showing weak. Might get a turnover. MC takes possession. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Throws it down right. Charlie Peters on defense. Push off MC possession. Nikita's got the ball, throws it down fast. He got 1 second. Miles just couldn't quite get it off in time. End of the first. Tam 6, MC 2. Coaches are talking. Where's my guest? I see Steve Lacey walking on the pool deck. He's going to join us here in a second. Let him share news about Bob, Tam Polo, San Francisco Polo. He'll have some things to share with us during quarter number 2. Don't forget the Junction. I imagine some people are down at the Junction tonight watching this. There might be some people watching highlights of at the Junction tomorrow. Hear a few people might be talking about Tam Polo down at the Junction tomorrow. Ordo, Ohio. I've been told that's a great one. I see a few Tam players putting on the robes. Got a sprint coming up. Who's in the pool? Willem Palmer, Nikita Valahev, Miles Cherry, Jackson Addinger, Lucien Rose, Connor Stauffer. And maybe Max Pollock is going to take that sprint. Looks that way. Ian's about to blow the whistle, excuse me. Get a sprint out of these guys, lining them up. One more quarter with the sun in their face. During last time Bob's got to have the sun in his face for 20 years. What's he going to do? He's going to miss us. We're going to miss him. Karen, what are you going to have him do? Make sure he has a list, will ya? Shout out to everybody that's been watching in Maryland, Indiana. Grandma and Grandpa, you're coming out soon. Mammy and Pappy in Bordeaux. We've got others in Amsterdam, I'm told, watching. Whistle blows, lining up for the sprint. You getting ready? You here with me yet? Got a technical difficulties with the headset. I'm familiar with them.
I can hear you now.
Oh, welcome to the show, Steve Lacey. Got a sprint. Max won it last time. There haven't been many sprints won this year. Max has got 2 today. What do you think of that?
In the past few days, I think our percentage on sprints to start a quarter have gone up significant percentage points. So it's nice to finish the season strong with the speed from the big man. Number 15, Max Pollock.
Ooh. Willem's wanting to score a few goals tonight. How's he been this year?
Willem has been solid. Willem, the hardest working guy on the team, has a laser for an arm. Senior night, you can see all the guys fired up to get the ball in the back of the net. So it's
Are you going to say there's fewer assists tonight than most nights?
Yeah, Coach Bob yesterday made a fatal error. He told, not a fatal, but an error. He told everyone where they stood in the all-time scoring leader rankings, and there's several guys on the precipice of overlapping each other. So you will see shots like that.
Connor was trying. Tip out by MC's goalie. Tam gets it at the 2-meter. So, yes, I heard a little bit of that pregame. Like, oh, we're going to score this. Oh, the sibling number. It was interesting. I did have a little pride in the sibling number.
Yeah. No, there's
Connor Stauffer. putting another one on
the
scoreboard.
The big match, the big story, one of the big storylines is Stauffer and Max right now. Max Pollock and Stauffer are, I think they're number 4 and number 5 all-time leading scoring. So Stauffer has a pretty healthy margin over Max, total of 6 goals. So each goal Stauffer scores, Max might be more incentivized to look at him now.
It's close
He's
up there.
picking.
What do you think of the season? It's been abbreviated, all sorts of challenges for COVID parameters, requirements. How have you enjoyed it?
I probably enjoy it just as much as everyone else enjoyed COVID. These kids, they have had Hungary taken away from them, the trip to Hungary as a team, a full-on league season with playoffs. So it's commendable on how they've stayed focused, showing up to practice, putting the work in, and it'll be a season like hopefully none other will happen ever
Look
again.
At Jackson working hard. Jackson Addinger putting another one behind the goalie.
The secondary scoring battle is between Lucien, Jackson, and Miles. They're all within like 3 goals of each other. So they are.
Are you trying to say nobody else is going to play tonight?
Well, I was over there managing the subbing for the first quarter, and it was like siblings over there trying to see who can, get extra piece of dessert. They're, get me back in, coach, get me back in. Don't let him in.
I saw Miles cherry picking a little bit. Like we see that a little now.
See right there, Max.
Max is not giving it up. We know that. Watch this. Replay's coming, I bet. Oh, he gave a pass into Miles Cherry. Wow. Last time Max is going to be kind tonight.
Well, I don't know. I think that there's some alliances being formed. Yesterday in the game, Max made Lucien swim all the way down to the 2. He faked to Lucien and scored. And today he does the same thing, but passes it to Miles Cherry. So,
you think he'd pass that ball if it was Zach up there?
No. Here he comes.
Got him coming down, looking around, spins it. And there's a replay for that coming, I'm sure. Watch it. Watch how he turned that player. Watch how he twisted around. Max is feeling his oats tonight. Had some extra mac and cheese at home, I think. It's one of his favorites that he makes at home, along with some homemade pancakes. Speaking of, we got Zach Pollock entering the game.
A look towards the future.
Cam Jacobs in. Look at all these. We've got Gabe in.
Zach, Gabe, Owen, Luke Fiegel.
I believe we got Jack Wynn. Oh,
No.
maybe that's
Quinn
Kincannon.
Kincannon.
Quinn's in.
So this will be a lineup here that is going to be you're going to see a lot of next year. All these players are returning.
Nice. Quinn getting on the scoreboard, getting on the stat sheet.
True freshman, getting a good varsity experience.
Now you're coming back. You're going to be coaching here next year.
Yeah, I got that news today.
Nice. Today?
Today.
It's breaking news right here at 700 Miller Avenue. Come on. Tamalpais men's water polo team is going to be led by Steve Lacey. That's awesome.
Yeah, the continuity on the coaching staff is fired up. Coach Bob's going to stay around, hopefully be a constant presence on the bench and around the pool deck, so hopefully not too much changes, except the winning continues.
Well, like that, I was going to say, you're going to have to continue these stat sheets for these guys.
I know.
Bob's, been on top of it for 20 years.
He has, and I've had nightmares the past couple weeks thinking about how to keep the detailed records, because obviously you can see the way the guys are playing tonight, all fired up on their last game of their careers.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 9 people scoring, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's probably going to be 9 or 10 that score tonight, right?
Yep.
We got Owen in for the first time tonight.
Yep.
Nice to see Owen Butler in the pool.
Big Owen had a big goal yesterday, number 2 on the season, so he was fired up. The team was fired up for him as well, so look at him getting back on defense.
It was special moments during the season. He had it, and they were trying to get Owen his first goal on a home game during the telecast. And it kept trying. He finally put it in the back of the net, and team exploded with applause.
I remember it well, and that's what's great about high school sports and what the administration and the schools have done a great job of giving these kids the opportunity to at least have some sort of a season, because it's moments like that are what sports are all about. And Owen gave a nice little fist pump. I remember it like it was yesterday. So
it is fun. Oh, got an ejection. MC Tam's up. Power play, 6v5. Zach's at the ball up top to Owen. Over to Gabe. Dropping down to Quinn.
That's a Fiegel.
Someone's trying to get a shot. Looks like Zach Pollock's on the scoreboard today.
Zach from 1. That's a natural position for a shooter like Zach. So with all these seniors vacating the positions, you'll probably be calling similar scoring plays. Pollock from 1. Next year it'll be a catch shoot. This time he bobbled a little bit.
So I'm going to need a little of your help, because I see a lot of players in, and that looks like they might have just called up for tonight's game, which has been a tradition that Bob's done.
Yep, we've got another group that will be back all next year. We got Freddie Goldstein, Cole Stanford. Looks like we've got Stephen Terry, Cam Crowley, and Aiden. Oh, no, that's Ty. Oh, and Aiden. Ty and Aiden are here. There's a little bit of glare here at 700 Miller.
Not a bad place to be, though.
Not a bad place to be.
Pretty beautiful night out here. It's got a little breeze, not too cold. Don't have the fog over us.
In San Francisco, there's all indoor pools, so if you know anything about water polo culture, this is kind of the ideal that you want.
I've been around some of those indoor pools. No, thank you.
No, thank you. Tam pool is probably the best setting for a pool that I can think of. And these kids train year-round here. Many of these kids were at morning practice this morning for extra work, getting shots up.
So all they want to do is shoot. They only want to shoot. Come on.
Yeah,
you were a shooter.
We infuse a little bit of defense here and there. The shooting is paying off today, though. Ball under for Cam Crowley.
Ball under. The defender come up to the offensive player, put some pressure, balls under.
Some bad habits some of these guys pick up that need to be ironed out. They're young bucks, and they'll continue to work on the fundamentals of picking the ball up underneath. In traffic like that, if you pick the ball up on top, even if the ball doesn't get put underwater, it tricks the referee into thinking the ball's underwater, and they'll call a turnover like just happened.
Nice save by Nikita back there. He's going to be happy when the sun's not in his face.
Totally. I think he got popped in the face right there.
He's got 45 seconds left in the quarter. Tam up 11-3. What could you share about Bob quickly?
Yep, the Coach Bob is the man, and gives all these kids complete respect, and he cares so much about them. It is even on the coaching staff, you can feel how much he cares about you. So Bob is going to be missed unbelievably. So hopefully we can, as a collective staff, pick up where he take his lead and continue to care about the kids.
Got to take a shot. Is he going to get it up? Up. Oh! Could have been hungry to get on the scoreboard.
No, I think that number 5 held his foot a little bit. Took him off the path for an automatic goal. So
you never know what's going to happen underwater in this sport, and we don't want to ask all the time. No, thank you.
No. In the Olympics, you'll have some underwater cameras this summer, and you'll see some things that aren't very comforting.
As an experienced player that you are, that's probably not very comfortable what you can see underwater. I don't want to see it underwater. I'll keep it out.
At least you're moving slower underwater.
Hey, congratulations. Great breaking news. Super fun. Thanks for joining us.
Yep.
Any shout-outs? Who's watching, Come on.
I don't know. Roy Ann, my fiance.
There we go.
So have a good rest of the game.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me on.
Looking forward to seeing you around the pool deck.
Likewise.
Yeah, I do. Got a halftime score. TAM 11, MC 3.
13-3.
13. I missed a couple goals while talking to Coach Lacey. Halftime. Special guest, Coach Bob Castell.
I'm here. How about that?
20 years on the pool deck you've been here.
20 great years.
What moment kind of stands out, one or two in competition?
Well, the most fun games are always at Redwood. You know, when you're over there at Redwood under the lousy lights and fans are going crazy and you're yelling as loud as you can, and then you win, those are the best moments. Those are the moments I remember the most, beating Redwood.
You mean Rooney's not always smiling after those games, if I recall?
It just, he gets so mad it makes it even a little more fun.
Oh, we're over here. We got a camera. Hello. Hope you guys have all enjoyed the show tonight and throughout the season. This being Coach Bob's 20th season on the pool deck, watching him walking back and forth. I've been here for many of those years. Different players.
Went by fast, Chris, let me tell you. Went by fast. But I'm really happy about Coach Lacey. I think, you know, he's going to take this program, you know, to the next level. He's the right guy for the job. And, you know, he's got great water polo knowledge, and the players love him, and it's going to be great. So I'm glad. That was part of the calculus in me leaving, was knowing we had a good succession plan.
Very fun. And he's going to have a lot of fun. I know the players enjoy being around him, too. And morning practices. Here we go. Sign him up.
He's got a little different personality than me, so the players will have to adjust a little bit to it, but it's okay.
Nobody has a personality like you.
Well, who's to say, but.
Couple questions for you.
Fire away.
Okay. How much do you enjoy seniors night? Giving the flowers to the players and seeing the players give it to their parents. You've had 4 years with them around the pool deck with you.
Well, that's the thing, right, is that, you know, you grew up with these kids and you got to be friends with the parents. So to see them leave, it's very heartwarming, you know, because you become you have a relationship not only with the players for 4 years. You know, they come in as little pipsqueaks and they leave as men. And, you know, that's exciting. And the parents, you know, to be around them for 4 years, big part of the fun of the job, if you ask me.
Yes, I mention it often. I've heard it from you before that you believe TAM parents are the best parents in MCALs and around. You get great support from them.
I always have, and I know some coaches like to complain about the parents, but I've never had really any big trouble. You know, I've had a few crying moms, but that's about it.
Crying dads once in a while. They get a little sentimental out here.
Oh.
I remember a few being escorted off a pool deck. I got a question from a coach of yours. I kind of put this out today, like you were going to be here as planned. I asked you, and I'm thankful for it. Dylan Glaive, I asked him, what question would you ask Bob tonight? Bob, what do you think about it when you pull up to the pool parking lot? Every day you step from a retired adult world and into the language of 16, 18-year-old slang. How is that transition after all this time?
Well, I have the app Urban Dictionary, so you use that. but you know, but if you've ever seen animals in the wild, you know, it's better than seeing them at the zoo. So to be able to be with these kids in their environment is the best. You know, you see them in their natural environment, and that's what I look forward to the most when I step on deck here.
I brought up a few things early on, and I'll get to how much fun was Rockland all the time. How are you going to miss Rockland? You going back?
Every time I go by a Chili's, I'll think of Rockland, because, you know, we used to make such a mess there, and we had a lot of good memories at Rockland. Coming home from Rockland with Bobby Palmer, he'd come out of the gas station. He'd come out of the gas station with some cold beverages, and, you know, it was just always the best.
Tell you know, experience with Ryan Canaba, too, for so many years. Ryan smiles when I bring up Rockland.
Ryan was there as both a player and a coach, so
Yep.
He knows what kind of shenanigans went on.
I hear you made a bit of an error. Coach Lacey threw you under the bus that you brought up the all-time scoring list to these seniors, and now they're all battling for the ball, and I'm saying they're not going to have as many assists tonight as they might otherwise.
You really see human nature at its worst as the selfishness creeps in, and it's not a good game for selfish play. But I shouldn't. I usually don't show them the list till the end, but well, here comes Will Quist.
We want Will to be part of this. Give a little shout out to you. You're going to be able to see those grandchildren of yours?
Got airline tickets organized today. I think we're leaving June 16th, something like that. So I'll be in Seoul, Korea in a matter of weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, can't wait.
That one's going to be fun.
Anyway, Chris, I love your broadcast. You do a great job. Everyone always tells me how much they enjoy the broadcast. So thank you for doing this. They're going to do it next year too?
It's been a treat. Possibly they invite me back,
Amen. Amen.
Always fun.
All right.
Bob, very fun with you around the pool deck.
Thanks, Chris. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Big Will Quist here.
Standing 6'6", 230.
Comfortable sitting over here. I'm a good color man.
Yeah, it helps the broadcast every time if I get someone sitting in a chair next to me. The one that's next to me now, Will Quist, he can be pretty animated over on the side once in a while. And with a laugh like that, he has fun being around these guys. What brings you to coach here with Bob and Bobby and Steve and Zach?
Oh, man, it's my favorite thing to do. I fell into it. We moved to town, and I really just wanted to come get a workout and get in the pool. And so called Bobby P up, and he said, come on down. And within 2 seconds, I couldn't help but start coaching him up. And Custel, like I've told everyone, does an amazing job of opening his arms and creating community. And literally since that first practice, I've been hooked both on working with the kids, but as much as anything, being a part of the crew of coaches we've built.
Okay, Bob gave out the scoring list. Willem's not giving the ball up. He wants to shoot. He got a 5-meter. Oh, wait, who are they giving it? Miles gets it.
There is a lot of internal politics about who's getting the final crush to put some numbers up. I think Max got his number, so I think he's out.
Miles. They're not giving it back to Miles. Look at Miles go under the water.
Miles is he likes the ball, and so I think everybody is excited to give it to him to see if he can do what he wants with it.
And then with that sense of community you mentioned, being around 700 Miller Avenue with all you guys. I know you've got a friend here in front of us in the white.
I do.
We don't want to say that.
Was that one on TV?
Oh, we didn't have a replay. I would have loved to see that.
I wish I'd been mic'd up so I could really back up my story that I did nothing wrong.
I heard some Redwood parents tell me something different.
I was innocent. I was framed.
Eric Zellick. He was telling me something different that night.
Wow, Miles!
He's not giving it up.
Miles is going to take 4 more shots this quarter. He's got to redeem himself. No, I honestly, the first thing I tell people about it is we have so much. The group of coaches has so much fun. The text messages fly year round and not 1 or 2 a day. And that's I've never seen a coach like Bob open up his arms to this many heads and minds and voices. And I look around, I think we got to have one of the best coaching staffs in Northern California high school water polo. I think
nice shot. We got Lucian putting in the back of the goal. He's happy.
I'd take us in the water against anyone else, whether we know what we're talking about. I'm trying to figure out which coaching staff we'd be scared to play.
These guys mentioned the kids. You guys get in the water. They're like, that's just not fair.
I don't know. That may apply to Monty's and Lacey. I hit 40 this year, so I think I don't have a lot to offer anymore.
You might go for 10 seconds, 15, I know, and then you got to get
as long as I don't have to counter. As long as I don't have to counter anymore, I'm fine.
You just stay down there. I bet it. Robbie Justice used to do that for Drake all the time. I know that position well. So how old are you? Your boys' names are?
George is my 6-year-old, Charlie's my 4-year-old, and we have a 2-week-old baby girl, Madeline.
Congratulations.
Who just joined the posse, yes. Oh, nice shot.
We were down a man, 5v6, and there was no power play called.
Yeah, I think they it's 16-4 when you still have your – it looks like we rolled the seniors out. I missed that. I think they they were having a little too much fun. I'm having a good time watching what next year is going to look like. I think Lacey and Zach have seen a little more of it on the JV side, but when you graduate as many seniors as we are, you're always a little curious on how you rebuild.
Yeah, and there's you've got pieces there. You got Quinn, and you got Zach, right? You're going to look for a goalie, but maybe Rory steps up from the JV group.
I think in my opinion, but this is just how my brain works, I think next year is all about installing a system, and not necessarily fundamentals from shooting and passing, but where to be in the pool. How can you be a true unit? Is if we're really talking about the next 5 year run of Polo. I think this summer and next fall is about how do you build a 6-man unit? How does everybody get on the same page on where to be on defense? And that can smother a lot more teams than you would consider. And then I think those guys can pop up and do some interesting things.
There was a little confusion in the pool.
Yeah.
TM didn't quite get their ejected player out. Someone came in a substitution and created a 5-meter for MC.
I don't think I've ever been on a water polo team at any level where everybody remembers all of the rules all of the time. I don't at any level throughout my career. There's always debate amongst all the parties on what exactly the rules are.
And I know you're not always a fan of those in white.
No, I've got no problem with those in white. What I like to do is communicate.
Nice.
I like to be
barking. He's just stopped that 1v1. Get a replay on that, I hope.
That's good. I hope all these guys realize what fun it is to have a goalie like Nikita in the cage. It's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. I think Danny down at UCSD is a good friend of ours, and I think I've emailed him that he doesn't know what a steal he's lucked into, that Nikita's going to be an unbelievable college goalie.
He works so hard. I see it all the time.
He's got, and he's, you can't teach the length, and you work that hard at that size, you're going to make an impact.
Yeah. Elliot Ordway, a former goalie here, who went down to UCLA, I thought he was pretty tall, and then Nikitas comes up and stands, and Nikita's an inch or so taller than him. I'm like, I was impressed.
Nikita, I mean, you see some keepers at 6'5", 6'6", but as someone who stands 6'7"-ish, you start
6'6", 230 in my book.
Yeah, that's fine. That works. That works. I'll trade an inch for the pounds. You start sack. I think Nikita's probably about 6'4", maybe 6'5", which I think is the ideal height. You get any taller than that, start slowing down your reflexes. It's hard to be quick at 6'7".
It's good for volleyball. I don't mind that.
Well, those kinds of athletes. If we can draw more of the 6'7" quick athletes in the pool, we get the Mies of the world.
So do you get your boys in the pool? You throw them around?
Absolutely.
You dunk them?
No, George is on the swim team. Charlie's in the water. They've got little tiny water polo balls that we throw around the house. And
already tricks of the trade. They're pulling on the Speedo. They're pulling you.
They're figuring it out. They definitely – we went to a little get-together with some other families, and they were wrestling in the – nice, Nikita. That's awesome. Yeah, we had to remind him not to roughhouse with other kids in the pool, that not every family encourages wrestling in the water.
So fun. It's
awesome.
been fun seeing around the pool deck. What can you share besides another part about Bob, not just about water polo?
Another part about Bob?
Bob Castell.
Honestly, he's a legend in my mind. Everyone I've introduced him to, he is the most calm, collected, optimistic human being I've ever. I don't know that I've seen Bob have not bad moments, it's true, negative moments. I mean, The dude is just always finding the half full glass, and he always sees the best in people, and it's a real treat to be around him. I love every time we get to hang out, and I only wish. Unfortunately, this season, between the way the season played out and having a new baby, I haven't gotten to have as many post-match meetings with him at the 2 a.m. club that I would like, but there's plenty more of those in the future. I also still maintain that he's just handing over the logistics and the being on the hook for bringing the bubble gum for the whole coaching staff, and he's still going to be out here sitting with us. But
he won't be chomping on that Hubba Bubba as much.
He won't be nearly as nervous. I think when he's wearing the big crown, it calls for extra Hubba Bubba. He looked pretty comfortable over here. I'm worried that He's not going to sit with us. He's going to be sitting over here with you a bunch.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'd have fun.
I think it'd be great. You
We'd
guys could be
talking about golf.
You could be the
talking on our heads.
There's a chance you guys are the Kruk and Kipe of high school water polo.
Right here at 700 Miller Avenue,
Yeah.
corner of Camino Alto and Miller.
I think that could be a real thing. You guys is Kruk and Kipe.
They're great examples. I take a few notes and try to bring that to the show.
I'm sure. The important part is they enjoy doing it, which you clearly do. And as I saw Coustel firmly planted over here versus coaching, he seemed to as well.
Yeah, no problem. He wasn't worried about it.
Have it, Nikita.
Game.
Have it.
Oh, he'll get one more try for that.
It's always the best when your goalie has the biggest rope on the team.
Yeah, but it's not always best that he has the best shot on the team.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Back there in the cage too often.
We had that at Cal when I was there. Our goalie had the hardest arm in the group. He broke a crossbar. Anyway,
great having you over. Great seeing that all-star group of coaches over there. It's so fun. And, to talk with you guys, see you in town. A little bit of banter that goes on is such a treat.
Well, the vice president is coming here right now.
Look who's showing
up. The second in command of the submarine. So I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic. Thanks, bud. Thanks for letting me chat.
Very fun. Fun season. Thanks, Will Quist.
Dude, I can't even imagine what I said.
Coming up next, one of those Cal legends, Tamalpais alumni. Going to be around the pool deck for more years. He's got a little one. It's an 8th grader, going to be a freshman next year. Fields. He's got his nephew, as I mentioned before, Charlie Peters here. Grandma Peters just cannot get people away from the pool deck. Bobby Palmer, welcome.
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm just over here adjusting this headset from the huge heads that have occupied it for the last couple quarters. My cranial capacity is not quite as the same as Steve Lacey and old Will Quist, but looking forward to the end of this fourth quarter and seeing Bob ride off into the sunset here.
Where are we going after the game?
Oh, great question.
Come on.
It's been always a topic of conversation in a game that we're winning significantly. We tend to try to figure out where the coaches' meeting will be held.
Mm-hmm. There's a conference going over there.
Yeah, I think they're strategizing, and it's most likely where the coaches' meeting will be.
It's not about who's going to sprint.
Yeah, I think they got that figured out by now, and it looks like it might be Max Pollock. I'm surprised he's not going to be in the cage here at the end of the game. He usually likes to get in the cage.
He likes to do anything that he's not supposed to do very often.
Yeah, he tends to do that way. But his final senior campaign here with the Tam High Hawks, we were happy to have him. He was a great player, great attitude, always had a smile on his face, and hopefully he continues on with water polo in some capacity later on.
Yeah, I think he's going to try a little bit down at Cal Poly. So being around the pool as long as you have, playing time, college after at TAM, how much fun to be around Bob Coustel?
I tell you, it's truly been a breath of fresh air. Coming down here and helping out with Bob and being around a guy, he's a mentor to us all, but he's just, oh, there you go, miles.
No, he pushed off. He's trying. He wants to score every time he's got the ball today. Not happening.
No, you just can't stiff arm the guy before you try to get it in there. But Bob's just got a great demeanor. He's got a great sort of sage wisdom. There you go. You're going to get those calls at the end of the game here like that.
Got a few players in. They don't get in very often. Who was that ejection on? Cam Crowley.
Lefty, number 12, with a nice shot. Low right corner. He's got a good, nice little arm. Number 12 from Marin Catholic. Well, we're going to miss Bob, though. He knows how to handle situations. He's great with the parents. He's great with the administration. Steve Lacey, who just got hired on as the head coach for next year, he's got big shoes to fill. And there we go again.
Miles
has got he's
got the Max-Seek disease right now.
Yeah, you miss a 100% of the shots you don't take, and he's missing about 90% of the ones he is right now.
But yeah, we hear it so often. I want to be Bob. Bob's awesome. He is. I know from the experience of talking with other players throughout the years, he pushes them to try something new all the time. He accepts that they're going to do something different. They don't all walk the same way.
Yeah, you bet. One of the, Miles Cherry, who's taking all those amazing shots right now, he's deciding between two great schools. And, Bob just said, hey, get out of California. Go live a little. Go to one of those other universities. Here we go.
Who's cherry picking? If he misses this, he's got to get out of the pool. Come on. There we go, Miles Cherry.
He got it. He got it. These guys are all competing for, their spot on the all-time leaderboard in goals. So I think Miles just cemented his place as number 28 or something like that.
He's trying to get in front of Lucian and Jackson. Yep. I got the list. I hear about it on the pool deck. Sibling totals. No, that Jackson Hetler had too many easy shots. Scored over 300 goals. Come on, you got to give some credit to Jackson.
Oh, you bet. I'm just jealous that I'm sort of, BC. I was BB. I was before Bob. They didn't have nobody paid any attention to what we were doing over here. There's no record of it.
How about this pool compared to the one you were with at TAM?
Holy smokes! These guys are lucky. Thanks to the TAM Unified School District for building 3 beautiful pools. Now, if we could get the rest of the Marin County Athletic League to build pools for places like San Rafael and Marin Catholic and MA, that would be fantastic. It can only grow the sport, only make it better.
I'm not sure what number that is because that's one of the boys that got called up yesterday from the JV team.
Which number was it?
22.
That was Aiden Yates.
He likes to shoot too.
Yeah, I think Aiden's got a bunch of potential. He plays center defense very well. He's and the nice thing is when he gets dropped off on offense, he's been able to put it away. Last night he had a really pretty shot, little sidearm skip, bar down, was really nice. So that's good to see him doing well, and it's good to see these underclassmen who just got moved up into varsity. The future looks bright.
Yeah, when you get this many players to be able to play in that last game, that's last home game, senior night, Bob's last game, retiring after 20 years, it's a treat. They're all going to have fun. They're all going to talk about it because why wouldn't they?
I know. There we go with little Zach Pollock, Max's younger brother, with a skip high corner. Looking good.
Max is trying to pump his brother up. Zach, keep scoring so we can lead the sibling scoring. They got a way to go.
Well, one of the issues here is the Pollocks, for whatever reason, I don't know if Kendra taught them how to tie their shoes well, but they never can tie their caps. And it's one of the, as a coach, you look out and the guy doesn't have his cap tied, and you just don't understand why.
Well, then you got to start talking about Connor Stauffer. His cap is never tied. Come on.
I think these guys just think it looks cool or something, but I don't know.
So you're going to tell me your cap was always tied tight?
Well, we didn't even have strings. We had these little plastic, like a belt loop that you pulled them through. So you didn't have a choice. It was only one way.
What have you enjoyed about this season? It's abbreviated, COVID restrictions, wearing a mask, not wearing a mask. It's great not wearing a mask tonight, being out here. Fun Sunday night, a pretty good crowd for these seniors.
I tell you, just getting back together with all the guys, with all the parents, watching the girls' games, meeting those parents. I mean, we've all been locked in our houses for so long. There's nothing that, a little glimpse of normalcy and a little healthy competition out in the sunshine is just fantastic. A little Gabe Herner with drawing the ejection with a nice drive there. He's going to be a tremendous little threat for us next year with that left hand and that quick speed. Great defense. Excellent player.
He seemed to pick up some confidence in his shot throughout the season.
Yep.
Do we put Zach? Zach scoring again.
I'd be curious to see what Yanni and Gabe end up with their all-time total scoring as a brother. I think Yanni's up there in Eugene, Oregon, climbing rocks and getting his education at the University of Oregon. He's a Duck.
What do we got? One of our favorite refs on the other side, Ian. Stop and play.
Yeah, just making sure we got proper substitution here.
Can't have 8v6 in the pool?
Yeah.
They try.
Yeah.
Alumni games, I've seen it that way.
Yeah, you bet.
And then I take it you're going to come around and help Steve?
Yeah, I don't think I can help myself. My son Fields will be out here playing on the JV most likely next year. And, we got to keep it going. An excuse to get a suntan,
And as Will was sharing, we got an all-star group of coaches around here. There's not another bench that's as strong as what Tam has.
We have a blast. I mean, with the talents of guys like Steve Lacey and Zach Monsees and Will Quist, there's more water polo knowledge with those three guys than anybody else in the league. And these kids don't understand how lucky they have it. There's so many coaches. I don't even talk anymore. I just kind of just give encouragement, slap them on the shoulder, and say, try harder next time.
It's going to be I always find it interesting. Okay, who's down on their knees giving some instructions? Jeff, we get Will down there. We get Bob. Lacey gets down there. Zach, not so much. He's nice and calm and collected back in his chair.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Who was it? John Wooden had said, these guys only remember 3 things. So if you have 10 guys yelling at you, you're not going to remember anything.
You're going to say you all Cal players can only remember 3 things if 10 are shared with you?
During a timeout.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for that clarification.
Yeah.
Come on. What's been one of your fun moments over the years that you've been out here, if you can pick one or remember one?
Yeah, I have a fond memory of we were up at a tournament in Rockland with Bob, and it was just the two of us at the time. It was probably about 100 degrees. Everyone was scorching hot. We were in the final game. We'd never won the Rockland tournament. I think they call it the Sierra Shootout up there. Rockland, the former home of the 49ers training camp. And we went up there, and Gary Griffiths, one of the seniors who just recently turned 21, he was sitting on the bench, and he wasn't feeling too hot.
Why was that? You don't have to share. That's okay.
I think he was sick, and I looked at him. I said, "How are you feeling?" He said, "I don't feel very well." I said, "Well, listen, you can be sick tomorrow. I need you to score and help us win this game." And he went in and he scored the game winner. And Bob and I got to drive home with some hardware as the Sierra Shootout champs for that year. I'm not sure what year it is, maybe 2016, but that was a special little treat for us. We had some celebratory, on the way home, so it was great.
There's been so many teams that have wanted to win that, so it's that one that gets it. They get it, bragging rights over everybody else.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that trophy's at Gary's house or where it ended up, but pretty exciting. We got Zach Monsees. He won't stop. He's still coaching these guys on technique, wonderful technique stuff that he learned on the national team was handed down to him. It's a special moment that these guys get to learn from guys like Zach.
Yeah, I'd listened to him a little bit, a couple times on the side. I was impressed by how he trained and what he thought of how to get better and what made him faster, what made him stronger.
A lot of these guys spent time over in Europe and learned from the Europeans, and they're really improving sort of the game here. And we go. Max to Connor. To Max. Oh, shot clock. Too late. A little bit too many tricks there.
They get one more possession. I don't think anybody's going to take a shot on that last possession.
There was a rumor that Bob was going to maybe call timeout and let all these guys get out and give him a round of applause, but, not seeing it happening quite yet.
He's looking at the clock. He's chomping a little harder right now than he has all game. So he's trying to get somebody to get.
What do you think the over-under is on the number of Bubblicious he goes through in a game?
8.
Maybe. Depends on how many packs you brought him this year, but he still has them in his pocket.
Depends who he's playing. Redwood? He's going through a lot.
Yep, for sure.
Ball game.
All right, that wraps it up. Thanks for having me.
Fun season. Bob Costello's 20th season, retiring. Bobby Palmer going to stay out here and help a little bit more with Steve Lacey, Will Quist, Zach, Monty. It's been fun here at 700 Miller Avenue. Enjoy your night. We will enjoy ours somewhere after this together.
Yep, go Red Tail Hawks.
Thank you now.
After tournament games.
Jackson Addinger, I'm a senior for the TAM water polo team. And my favorite
Hi, I'm Connor Stauffer, and I'm a senior here at TAM. In the fall, I'm going to be going to UCSD, and my favorite TAM water polo memory is winning NCS my sophomore year.
Hi, my name's Elliot. I'm a senior at TAM High School. I'm going to San Diego State University, and my favorite memory of TAM water polo is going to Chili's after tournament games.
Jackson Addinger, I'm a senior for the TAM water polo team. And my favorite memory with water polo has to be the last play against Redwood High School. We played them in the semifinals last year for the MCAL playoffs. Tommy McNew got the ball out at 5, and I pressed him out, and he just couldn't get a shot off to end the game, and that felt really great.
Hi, my name is Kyle Prager. I'm a senior here at TAM, and my favorite water polo memory is getting donuts after our morning practices.
My name is Lucian Roos, and I'm a senior at TAM. My favorite TAM water polo memory was in my sophomore year when we won NCS D1 game against Redwood. I got to play at the same time with my brother, which was really fun, and then we all jumped in the pool at the end and went wild.
So I'm Max Pollock. I'm a senior, and my favorite memory was sophomore year. Me and my other friend Connor Stauffer were both on the team, and the upperclassmen give us, they weren't, I don't know, hazy, but they give us a hard time. They give the young kids a hard time. And so we're on a bus, like a team bus, and Connor has fallen asleep. And so this guy Holden puts a speaker right next to Connor and starts blasting. I can't say what it is, but it's not school appropriate. And he starts blasting these noises, and it wakes Connor up. And everyone's gonna come and move on the couch. So he takes the speaker, puts it in his bag, We get there, and we're in a city walking around. And then when Holden says Zeus starts playing the noises again, like as Connor's walking around, and it is hands down. Connor was like, it was so funny. Who cares? Anyways, that's my story.
Hi, my name is Miles Cherry. I'm a senior at Tam High. And my favorite water polo memory was when we all went out to dinner and we told the waiters it was my birthday, and everyone in the restaurant sang happy birthday. It was really fun.
Hi, I'm Nikita Valjev. I'm a senior here at TAM. My favorite TAM water polo memory was when we beat Drake my junior year in overtime. It was super sweet. It was a game under the lights. It was just really nice to beat Drake,
Palmer, I'm a senior at TAM. My favorite water polo memory would have to be the semifinal MCAL game against Redwood, where we finally beat them. And it was the first time we beat them when I was playing varsity. It was a really epic game. We lost to them earlier in the season, and we came back and we won to go to the finals. It was really fun.
So the class of 21 is my favorite all-time class. 8 guys. From the day they walked on the deck 4 years ago, I knew they were going to be special, and they were. They've been great in the water, great out of the water, and they're all going to go on to do really great things in their lives. And I'll miss them all forever.